Okay, we're recording. Long time no see. It's been almost a year since I published a video on YouTube, but I felt like today was the day because I have a bunch of books that I want to show you guys. So the thing is, I am working almost full time with my day job now, and the stuff that I do with my business are usually things that I can't really document that much. So that also led me to feel like I can't really record any artsy videos because I didn't have time to do it as a hobby, and then I couldn't really do it as a part of my job. So now I'm feeling I want to record videos. I don't want to, miss out on that experience because I've had so much fun during the years recording videos, and therefore here I am. I'm gonna be recording the odd video here and there. What it's gonna be about, I don't know, since I'm no longer utilizing this channel to push my self-employed life. I can do whatever I want. And if it comes a time when I'm actually going to go back into working full-time or more than this, doing art, then I may change the what's the word? Oh, English. I need to reactivate the English pathways in my brain. Yeah, I might start doing more artsy stuff. So, enough rambling. I still haven't unpacked all of the books that are in these packages. Where to begin? So, my day job, I work teaching staff members from a soup pet store chain a lot about nutrition, like feeding dogs and cats and small animals. So I'm gonna start with those books, and then gonna move over to like more fiction books and other things. So the first book that I picked up, and I think I'm gonna do a more in-depth presentation of these books over at my Instagram for my pet Instagram. That is in Swedish, however. So just take this as like suggestion of stuff to look into. So first of all, we have The Herbal Dog by Rita Hogan, and this has been highly praised from several I was gonna say influencers, but actually researchers, veterinarians, legit people who really know what they're talking about. They've been praising this book, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. I then have The Forever Dog Life. So this is with like recipes and a deeper dive of, or perhaps not a deep dive. The previous book, The Forever Dog, was a deep dive, and this one is more applicable. Like, yeah, so the knowledge from the previous book, and this is how you execute it and do it. So a bunch of recipes and even more information. Also heard really good things about this book, and it's written by Dr. Karen Shaw Becker and Rodney Habib. And then we have, this is not particularly dog nutrition, but it is a book that I picked up from the library, and I liked it so much that I bought it. So it's Food Pharmacy, and there are some Swedish authors, so Lina Närtby Aurell and Mia Klase, I guess that's how you pronounce their names. It is really interesting. I think from the beginning they were blogging, and these are like blog entries but expanded. So I think the basis is some of the blogs that they have been writing, and then they have had some help from a professor to know that they're, conveying the correct information. But this is a really nice, easy read to learn about gut flora and anti-inflammatory foods and stuff. So it is for humans, but it's applicable for animals as well. And then we have two super nerdy books. So we have the nutrient requirement for dogs and cats. So this is from the National Research Council, the NRC, and this is basically, I was gonna say a Bible for the people who are putting out guidelines on how to feed your dog and cat. They are usually referring back to this book, and therefore I want to go to the source. So downside, this book was published in 2006, so it's quite old, but it has a bunch of research, so many references, like pages upon pages after each section with references. And I also find it really interesting because one researcher and food nerd, nutrition nerd that I follow, Dr. Connor Brady. I have his book Feeding Dogs, and I read it, from the front to the back. He talks about the research that has been conducted that basically put up the basis of why they are printing stuff in this book, and sometimes that research is not really it's a bit substandard, like small groups or short amount of time and stuff. So that's something I'm really been looking into. Like when reading research articles, I pay much more attention to how the study is conducted than I did before. I've always had it in the back of my head. I mean, I studied at the university for several years, so how to conduct studies has been ingrained in me, but even more after taking part of some of his lectures and stuff. And then we have it's a bit broken. This was super expensive, by the way. These two books is more than half of the total cost of everything I bought. So this is the book that the students learning how to become veterinary technicians use in Sweden. So I sent out an inquiry, like, what literature are you using? And this was one of the books that they were using. And therefore, I want to read it, because I want to know what they are being taught, what they are learning. So yeah, I feel like Hermione, a bit of easy read. Then we have two more books connected to nutrition. So they are non-fiction books, but I think they're not like fact books. Like, they're not like this one. They're not study materials for university education. But it is The Case Against Sugar by Gary Taubes, and Why We Get Fat, also by Gary Taubes. So the Raw Pet Medic, so it's Connor Brady, Nick Thompson, and Brendan Clark, I believe his name is. They talked about this author being a very good author, and really getting down to the point with his books. So when I was just perusing around the bookstore, I found these and I was like, yep, I'm going for it. Also, I need to say, because this is quite a huge haul, and this is thanks to my patrons, because I have not withdrawn any funds from Patreon, and I finally did that, and I ordered books. So I mean, what better way to use that fund than to learn even more? And then, what should we do now? Let's do the fiction books. So this is Infamous by Lex Croucher, and it's fun because I started watching her YouTube channel way back. I don't even think she's active anymore, and I believe her tag was Tyrannosaurus Lex, if I'm not mistaken. And she started writing books, and I read her previous books and I really enjoy them. So I want to meet, to have it in my hands and to have a physical copy. I borrow quite a lot of books from the library. I have an e-reader and I listen to a lot of audiobooks. But some books, you just want them. And this was another one that I just wanted to have because this is one of my favorite books from 2024. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. It is a double story line with an elderly woman who works at an aquarium, and then there is a guy who I read it, but now I kind of had a hard time describing what happens. But yeah, there is a guy as well, and he's trying to find himself and in his life and stuff. And there is an octopus who is like the main character of the book, and I absolutely loved this book. Yeah, but this is a highly suggested book for you to pick up if you want a cozy read with some animal content as well. And then this is annoying. Why are they creating the books in different sizes? This is a huge pet peeve of mine. Why the heck do they do this? Either they should all be big or they should all be this size. Yeah, but anyway, I constantly, stumble upon these books, recommendation, people were reading them, saying how nice they were. So I believe it's a bit of mystery. It says, forget dark academia. Give me instead this kind of winter sunshine, sharp-tongued and footnote academia, full of field trips and grumpy romance. Yeah, it sounds like, straight up my alley. I love it when they add some nature elements to stuff. I read the, what's it called? Grottbjörnens folk. I'll just add the text here. When I was quite young, perhaps too young, but I reread it later on, and all of the smutty parts, I was like, just flipping through. But then when they were describing herbs and how to use those herbs, I was like, almost want to take notes. I didn't really, feel like I could annotate in books back then because I felt like I was destroying books when I was annotating them. Nowadays, I want to annotate everything, so I'm reading with all of my senses. And then we have some Harry Potter stuff. So me and Esther from Plannerholics, we're gonna be buddy reading this book. So Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. I follow him on Instagram and he's such a great guy. I really recommend you to follow him as well. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what he has to say. And then to complete my collection, I already have the two first Mina Lima illustrated books, and of course I needed the third one. Unfortunately, Mina Lima are no longer illustrating these books, but they're gonna continue on the series with another illustrator. So I'm a bit torn whether I want to continue on collecting those books, but I think I will because they have cancelled some other illustrative books, Harry Potter, so yeah, I think I want a complete set. And then just a notebook, but how cute is this? I mean, it's so cute, and it's embroidered, so you have like the tactile feeling aspect of it. So an embroidered journal from, where is it from? Insight, yeah. And another notebook kind of thing. So I'm thinking about using this as a creative journal or a junk journal. But this is like a TN, a traveler's notebook. So I'm just gonna open it up. So, smells nice. Perhaps I should just record a separate video flipping through this and how I use it. Then I get some more content now that I'm aiming to get back to the YouTubes. So yeah, perhaps I'll just do a separate video. Speaking of separate videos, I'm going to do a separate video of the final book. So this is an activity book of sorts. So it has stickers and coloring things, and it's an activity book. So I'm gonna record a separate video with this one, but I thought it was really cute. It has nice illustrations and I want to use it for creative journaling and such. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this haul, and I hope that you will stick around as I very slowly try to get back to the YouTubes. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to make a pile to hold up with all of this because it's so much. So it's heavy. We have the nutrition books like so, and we have the, oh, this is dangerous. We have these books, and then I have more. How should I fit them in? Yeah, so that's a thumbnail for you. Thanks for watching my book haul. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye.